Good morning. Um, it is around, I want to say, close to 11 o'clock in the morning right now. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was with respect, the issue that comes up. A lot of I watch YouTube a lot. So a lot of the problems that have been coming up, and even with politics that's coming up this year, and it's going to keep coming up. And also it's regarding women and veterans' health. It's the word respect. The term that Americans use, we don't use it in Iran, but it's a term that Americans use, is man up. You need to man up. And I looked at in the dictionary the other day, what is the actual definition of men? And it was saying that it was the adult version of male, or someone who identifies as an adult male. And you're gonna say, what does that have to do with anything? I look at, and I personally, as a female, I always judge at everything as the way my grandparents did it and how they did anything and everything. And I love both of my grandfathers so much. I mean, there is no wrong that they could have done in my eyes as a child, and as an adult, I love both of my grandparents. And so the one thing I said the example of what a man is according to the way my grandfathers were. And the two things, one thing I can say about them is both of my grandfathers, even though they were in some ways very different, my grandfather on my mom's side wasn't a rich person. He joined the military and became a colonel. And my grandfather on my dad's side was a bank vice president, the largest bank in Iran at the time. And so the one thing that they always had, even though they grew up in different income brackets and they had different jobs, was that they were very respectful to people and women. And that's kind of it's amazing how much respect will get you these days in any and everything you do. And that goes every which way. That goes being respectful towards yourself, being respectful as a female or a person. The amount of respect you show to others, you got to show it even more to yourself. And that also goes for making sure that other people treat you respectfully. I'm about to go see my allergist right now. You need to, for anybody's health, women, male, or anybody, you got to look at your doctor's notes. Ask for your medical records every now and then, and look to see what they put in your medical records. If your doctor is not, for one, there's a couple of reasons for doing that. One is you got to make sure they're putting in the right information, or they're getting the gist of what you're saying to them medically. Two, you got to see how they're talking about you in medical records, if they're being respectful towards you or not. Especially at the bottom, I think most medical records on the bottom page, they usually put their opinions or their assessment of what they're talking about. That's important, that they kind of put their opinion in a little bit. That's the part that you really got to see as to how they're talking about you. How is your doctor talking about you? And that is such an important thing. Because you want to first, for looking at your medical records, you want to make sure they're putting in the right information, but you want to make sure that your doctor is not, thinking derogatory of you or thinking bad things about you, and is being respectful towards you at all times. Because if they're not, you need to change doctors or get a new doctor if you can. Having that respect making sure that you're being respectful and that others are being respectful towards you is so important in life. I am gonna be 58 this year, and that's something that I always was very respectful, but I didn't always get it from other people, family members. But that is so important to have at all times, and not to put up with people who aren't being respectful towards you when you've clearly been respectful towards them. The notion of saying manning up, or it's not, to me, it's kind of a it has nothing to do with being a human being or being a man, and it's something that other cultures don't say. Well, I don't know about other cultures. I know Iranians don't say it. You have to be human and do the right thing and be respectful. Saying manning up is just, to me, such a, it distinguishes people who are manly. Don't ever say that. They don't ever say, oh, I'm being a man or anything. If you have to say you're being a man, or you're the man of the house or whatever, you basically have lost control of whatever it is you're trying to do. So respect. That's the main thing that I want to say for this. Today's Friday, I think it's the 16th, 15th or 16th. 15th. Today's February 15th, 2024. Have an awesome weekend, and hopefully this will help you in some way. Thank you.